Hi, I'm going to show you how you can fix your Blender to Unreal Engine workflow so you don't get exploding physics assets, which sounds kind of painful and something you should see a doctor about. I've seen plenty of articles and tutorials covering aspects of this, but hopefully this will cover everything you need. First, I'm going to show you what happens if you get it wrong. Now, I've already set up my Blender unit scale as detailed on the Unreal Engine wiki. Search for UE4 unit scale in Blender, and it should come up. I won't take you through that. You will need to do it to get the scale right for the rest of the tutorial, so go and do that now. I'll wait here till you're done, because I'm nice like that. So you've got your objects and your armature all set up. Next we need to export them. We go to File, Export, FBX. Now, you set your armature and mesh, the others can stay empty, smoothing should be face, and you want only deform bones on. The scale I'm going to set to 0.02 so you can see what happens when you get it wrong. In Unreal Engine we have the import, like so. You can import with defaults. And that's stuff I can know. So we open the physics asset, and as you can see, the swirls are a close approximation of the hand shape. And if we click simulate, it goes very wrong. So the problem is this: if I click on a swirl and translation and then drag it, you can see that the swirl moves much further than the handle it's associated with. This is due to a difference in the scales between Blender and Unreal Engine. We can delete these and go to Blender again, and now there is another thing that can be wrong with assets going wrong like that, and I'll just quickly show you what that is. Basically, the scale, when you scale things, you set it to whatever scale, you've done that, and then you need to apply the scale, because it records it over here but it doesn't apply it to the actual vectors, vertices in the mesh. So you need to select all of the objects in object mode, you press Ctrl A, and you go to rotation and scale. Now this particularly affects the armature, which at this point, if you have not been careful and applied the rotations and scales at the appropriate times, may go horribly mangled. Unfortunately, there isn't a great deal you can do about this, so the only real solution is just try and do it in advance. Now, I don't know how easy it is to fix it from being completely mangled. I gave up and started from scratch, made a new armature last time because it was easier than doing it, trying to fix it. So, anyway, we go back to export, and this time I'm going to set the scale to 0.01, which is the same as the scale in here in the Blender unit settings. So I've exported that, and in Unreal, if I import again, like so, I can ignore those, open the physics asset. Now this time, if I click simulate, it still freaks out a little, but it's not as bad as it was before. And this time it's actually quite a simple problem. Some of these bones are overlapping, these spheles, and the purple bones, when you click on a sphere, it shows you the purple bones are the ones that it will collide with, or can collide with, and the white ones, they're ones that it will not collide with, so they can go through each other. Now, if you've got two bones next to each other that are colliding, it's going to, well, try and fly apart. So what we can do is we can shift select them, and then you can click collision off, and now you can see they are now white to each other. So if we shift select all of the palm, because the bones in the palm aren't going to collide with each other, they shouldn't do anyway, and they're clearly overlapping badly, what we can do is we can turn the collision off. We could also scale the bones so that they don't collide because they're too small, but sometimes you need the bones to be overlapping so that the collision is in the right places. Now, having done that, I can simulate again, like so, and as you can see, it's not freaking out anymore. And if we add some constraints, it will behave in a much more, in this case, hand-like manner. So I hope that's been of some use, and thanks for watching, and have fun.